Today, I want you to take a moment and deeply reflect on a powerful and often ignored truth. We are all hurt boys and girls trying to raise happy children. This phrase may go unnoticed, but it carries immense weight and a call to awareness. Think about your childhood memories. Back then, laughter was spontaneous and playtime was endless. But what you didn't realize in those moments is that the experiences you lived, the challenges, the insecurities, the sadness, also shaped you, just as they will shape the children under your care. The scars you carry, even if invisible, influence the way you relate to the world and, more importantly, to the children around you. They shape your reactions, your expectations, and above all, the way you communicate love and support. Often, these unresolved traumas can manifest in subtle ways. A thoughtless word, a seemingly abrupt gesture, an anxious wait for an outcome that more reflects your insecurity than the reality of the situation. We live in a society that often values superficial happiness, pushing us to hide our pains and frustrations under layers of smiles and social conventions. But what if, instead of hiding, we decided to embrace our emotions? What if, when we looked at our wounds, we found not only pain, but also a path to healing and true happiness? Transcending painful experiences doesn't mean ignoring or minimizing them. On the contrary, it's about recognizing them as an essential part of our humanity. This journey of self-discovery can lead us to a place of greater empathy, not only for ourselves, but also for those around us. By accepting our vulnerability, we cultivate an environment where children feel safe to express their own emotions, understanding that they are not alone in their struggles. In this way, we transform our scars into maps that guide not only our own healing, but also that of others, thus creating a powerful cycle of love and understanding. Now, imagine a child, a girl with a radiant smile, playing with her friends. But if you look closer, you'll notice that even amidst the joy, she carries an inner world filled with feelings she often doesn't comprehend. She might feel anxiety about the future, fear of failure, or even sadness that she cannot translate into words. And this is precisely where our responsibility comes in. It is our mission to show them that their emotions are valid, that it's okay not to be okay. When children learn to recognize and accept their emotions, they become stronger, more resilient, and better prepared to face the complexities of life. Let's talk about pain. Society teaches us, directly or indirectly, that feeling pain is a weakness. However, I tell you, it is one of the greatest strengths we can cultivate. True happiness is not found in the absence of pain, but in the ability to learn to dance with it. Imagine that pain is like a shadow that follows us. If we try to run away from it, it will always be there, following us. But if we face it and learn to dance alongside it, we transform pain into a wise teacher, and this lesson must be passed on. Talking about our experiences is not a sign of weakness. In fact, it is an act of courage. Every time we share our fears, our struggles, we are not only freeing ourselves, but also making space for others to do the same. When we express this vulnerability, we plant seeds of empathy in the hearts of our children, allowing them to understand that making mistakes is part of the process, that life is made of joys and sorrows, and that both are equally important. Imagine a mother who, after years of insecurities and emotional wounds, finally decides to open up to her children. She says, "I have been through difficult times. I have felt lost and lonely, but learning to deal with this has helped me grow. And I want you to know that it's okay to feel pain. What matters is what we do with that pain." This simple conversation can transform children's perceptions of life. They will learn to recognize their emotions, to name them, and above all, to understand them. This is fundamental. We need to create an environment where children can talk about what they feel without fear of judgment. A space where vulnerability is not only accepted but celebrated allows them to express themselves genuinely and authentically. When they feel safe, when they know they can trust us and that their emotions are valued, they are more likely to seek support when needed. This trust is not just a gift, it is an asset that we must nurture, fostering open and honest dialogue about feelings. By doing this, we encourage children to understand that their emotions are an integral part of being human. Moreover, this openness not only promotes healthy emotional development, but is also vital for developing a sense of empathy when observing the suffering of others. When children learn that it is safe to share their own struggles, they become more aware of their peers' battles. This ability to place oneself in another's shoes is a powerful tool in forming more generous and sensitive citizens. It invites them to be not only spectators of others' pain, but active in seeking solutions and support. This empathy, nurtured from childhood, creates stronger social bonds and reinforces the idea that we are all interconnected, that the victories and struggles of each person impact the lives of others. This is essential for forming more conscious and generous citizens, ready to contribute to a world where understanding and solidarity are everyday practices rather than rare exceptions. And now I ask you, how can you integrate this into your life and the lives of the children you love? How about taking a step back and reevaluating your own emotions, recognizing the impact they have on the next generation? What stories can you tell to make this emotional journey richer and more educational? I invite you to commit to being a voice of change in your life and in the lives of those around you. It will require courage and vulnerability, but the reward will be invaluable. As we open our hearts, our pain transforms into a legacy of wisdom and love for our children. They need to know that just like us, they will face their own battles. Together, we can show them that by embracing the shadows of life, we find true light. If this video resonated with you, do not hesitate to leave your comment below. Share your stories, your victories, and your struggles, because by doing so, we create a space of support and exchange. And remember, each of us has the capacity to be a light for the children who are growing up. So, like, share, and subscribe for more reflections. Your journey begins now, and together we can build a more empathetic and loving future. Thank you for being here with me.